Ciao a tutti signori e bentornati sul mio canale, io sono Nunzio e riprendiamo dove abbiamo lasciato con ritorno. Ok, carichiamo la partita. 3, questa è l'autosave, questa qua.
Do you remember where we were?
No, più o meno ma rinfresco la
Kind
memoria.
of. But remind me a little?
Okay. I was after the secret of Monkey Island, and I decided that the easiest path to the island was to sign on to crew on LeChuck's ship. I would mount a mutiny at some convenient time. There were two problems. I needed a mop to get the job, and they knew who I was. Now, back to the story.
Perfetto. Ok. Dobbiamo trovare un Mocio. Lui ci ha detto che lo dobbiamo costruire. Possiamo parlare poi con un Mocio, l'atmosfera e lo bar deve essere una...
The atmosphere in the bar is different than it used to be.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I've got to cater to the new crowd. Everything changes, Guybrush.
But the roaches stay the same.
I've missed your wit. And your low alcohol tolerance.
Hey!
I nuovi capi di prima sembrano dei veri
Those new
idioti.
pirate leaders seem like real jerks. Why do you even let them in the bar?
Well, they've driven off my old regulars, so I don't have a lot of choice if I want to stay in business. Also, if I tried to get them to leave, they'd probably cut me up and throw me in the soup. Frankly, I'm terrified of them. On the plus side, they have more disposable income and better hygiene than the old crowd.
Did I mention I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island?
No, I don't think you did. Well, that's exciting. So you'll be hiring a ship at the docks?
I'm going to steal LeChuck's.
Bold. I like your thinking.
Ooh, I think I hear the health inspector.
What? Where?
Just kidding. That joke never gets old. Can we talk about mops some more?
I'm always happy to talk mop shop. What do you want to know?
Remind me how to find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
Ok,
Okay, thanks.
questo non ce lo fa fare.
The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old. I think someone tried to secure a boat with this.
Abbiamo già trovato la testa del Mocio.
It's hopeless.
È impossibile. Ok. E abbiamo trovato già la matassa.
Pests or garnishes?
A good cook sources local supplies when he can.
Ha ragione.
The food is more exciting when you can smell the risk. Ugh, I remember that stench as if it were yesterday. Active little guys, aren't they? Looks like a mugshot.
Niente qua non...
Stay away from my mop.
Niente, non ce la fa prendere.
It's amazing what you can achieve if you put your mind to it. And you have a packet of stick-on stars.
Altro non c'è da prendere qua. Fuori. Ok, dobbiamo trovare questo albero. E allora su un bar c'è la cucina, una balletta di una cantina, un trofeo di pesca, la cucina. Grande. Dunque. Un attimo in giro. Bene. Dove trovo L'albero. Soprattutto quando lo trovo.
I detect a certain resemblance here.
Yes, it looks a lot like an owl, doesn't it?
Hi again. Oh, those new pirate leaders are real jerks. They laughed at me, and they won't fund my expedition. Why didn't you warn me?
Would you have listened?
Of course. Okay, no, probably not.
Bravo. Vabbè. Ok. E la foresta.
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended. Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
Qua c'era dove c'era una volta.
Museum of Pirate Lore. I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now. Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Once upon a time, I won a t-shirt right here on the front lawn.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Authenticity is our watchword and our pledge. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
Okay.
What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on though, and nothing happened.
Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces.
Scusa, questa?
What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me!
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot. Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
Francis Drake, grandi.
Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here, on Melee.
Ambidestro, fantastico.
That's a nice coffin.
The one with the oar, yeah. The coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy #1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important. What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Melee jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are. but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh, yeah. That's very interesting. That was found, tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note, left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine. It's locked.
Monocolo.
There's tiny writing. New serial numberless lock.
Ah, senza numero di serie. Come può essere?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No kidding? Wow! Are you named after Guybrush Threepwood?
I guess you could say that.
Nice.
I'm going to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that's excellent! Super retro. If you need a place to display it, I know a convenient museum.
Your museum is quaint.
Thanks. It's been a personal passion of mine. I'm nuts about old-timey pirate stuff.
Old-timey?
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of something. Doesn't it?
I am part of something.
Exactly.
Are any of these things valuable?
The security parrot isn't just here to look piratey. John Laney's eye patch is irreplaceable. It's the highlight of the collection. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale. They didn't know what they had.
Do you have maps of the forest here?
No, that's not really what we do. Try the map shop in town?
Anche c'è un negozio di mappe giù in città.
I see you wear a peg leg despite having both of your original legs.
Just part of the docent's outfit, for the tourists. Kids always want to try it on.
That's charming and creepy at the same time.
This is a museum for people who think attacking ships and murdering the crew for profit sounds fun.
Touché. I'll have a look around.
Please do.
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read.
Ah, pure piccoli sono. Cazzo.
The display case is locked.
Cioè, questa è un'altra cosa che dobbiamo rubacchiare. Vabbè. Ci serve quel... Ci serve una mappa, ci serve una chiave per quello. Cazzo è sta cosa. E una mappa per andare qua, perché sennò ci perdiamo male. Da questa parte, vai da questa parte. Vai da questa parte.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
Infatti. In città c'era una mappa, ci ha detto uno e vende mappe. Intanto voglio chiedere a Fabbro perché non hanno...
Welcome back.
Hiya. Hello again. Can I get another key made?
Sure. Just write down the serial number and give it to me.
Non ci stanno.
At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
Chiedile le chiavi.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
What's this key?
That one is only for going in. Never for coming out.
What's that lock?
A famous lawyer used that to keep people from stealing his front doormat.
What more can you tell me about the golden keys?
Not much. I was just a kid, and mysteries have never been my thing. Too messy.
Niente. Però non c'ha la serie.
Hey, kid!
Hey, Stan!
Hello there, son!
See you later.
Yep.
Che è sta cosa? Il pollo fantasma con problemi digestivi si chiama Polly o Molly? Il pollo fantasma Molly? Grande.
No offense, but I want to be sure you don't waste your whole day in here.
At least the jail is well lit.
Niente.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
He's doomed. But that's what you get when you get involved with a woman of station. If you listen close, you can hear the gears grinding. Everybody thinks they know more than the other.
Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball.
Vai. Parla con Wally.
Hey, Wally. I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
Tell me again what you need to make me a map to the mop tree?
Just bring me a sliver of the wood needed to make a mop.
del legno in cui
Bye.
sta diventando più complicato del previsto. Non è che ci sta un mocio, vero?
The scrollwork is nice, but there are no numbers here.
Cioè qua devi proprio
The scroll work is nice, but there are no numbers here.
Cioè qui devi trovare la chiave. Che vuoi dire? Mocio non ne hai, Mocio? No, vero? Mocio non ce l'ha. Sicuramente questi grafici
It doesn't look finished.
vorranno dire qualcosa. Prova a capire.
Stay away from my mop. Stay away from my mop.
Questa la franca e spero. Questa e anche questa c'era portata una bella armatura a cavallo.
This has gotten me out of a lot of scrapes over the years.
Questo ci dà dei suggerimenti.
The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old. Ugh, I remember that stench as if it were yesterday. Pleasantly scorching hot.
Devo far uscire questo tizio da qua.
Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Let's pretend I was really considering this. What sort of pirate qualifications have you got, exactly?
I can hold my breath for 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Really?
Well, it's been a while, but I could probably still do 10 minutes on a good day.
Well, I was a director of combat operations for the British Navy, and I've written 2 books on ship-to-ship tactics.
I'm a founding member and co-director of the Red Fleet and hold records for civilian casualties from San Domingo to Venezuela.
I'm an expert in 17 forms of hand-to-hand combat, 3 of which I invented. I served with Bellamy, Teach, and Roberts before they each met an untimely end that I might have had nothing to do with.
Just so you know, this is the kind of resume we expect.
Oh. Nice and hot. Wonder how long I could stand here before bursting into flames.
Cioè, quello non serviva?
Pleasantly scorching hot. It's good for relieving stress.
Ho aumentato il fuoco per fare cosa? Chi è questo?
Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, you know, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not...
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir.
Questo non c'era prima.
Oh, you look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Worse. Marlin is here.
Marlin.
The customer I have nightmares about. He's the only importer of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has ingredients in it. I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
Of course. I'm a cook. See the hat?
I'll see what I can find out.
Thanks.
Andiamo dalla governatrice. E qua, raccogli la quiz. Andiamo un'altra volta. Il pappagallo sul sigillo di Bermuda da 3 ha tra le zampe di salatini, palle di cannone, crackers e spade. Crackers? No. L'ho perso per sempre? Pareva proprio di sì. Io devo stare attento. I colpetti. Oh.
I've come for a recipe. A dish you served at a recent function. It's been described as hot and having ingredients in it. Ring any bells?
Barbie LaFleur catered that event. I own her cookbook, but I don't know any of the recipes.
Do you know where I can find Barbie LaFleur?
Middle of the Atlantic Ocean? She's halfway back to France by now.
I should let you get back to governing.
Yes, you should.
Ha un libro di ricette, raccontami invece non voleva finire. Grande libro delle mappe del tesoro. Dove vedi John Loney. Vedi sono. Regia Mattina la nave. Trucchetti voluti da provare a casa.
I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it.
Sono finite. Ecco qua, guarda le fai.
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
Mi spiace.
Yeah. I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
Perché cosa hai bisogno?
Remind me what you said about the recipe I asked for?
I said I didn't make the food, but I've got the cookbook.
I should let you get back to governing.
Yes, you should.
Ti devo portare un libro allora.
It's soft and extra fuzzy.
Glielo do? No. Che te lo do? No. Non Fregers? No. È la rana? Oh.
Here.
You're giving me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog, for when words aren't enough.
That is complete nonsense. And yet, I am going to forgive you for losing my book. I can't even explain why. I just have this sudden, inexplicable urge to forgive.
Grazie.
You better not be up to something.
Just don't lose the frog, okay?
No, I'll keep it with me always.
Ah, era quella...
Can I borrow this cookbook?
You cook like a cow.
That's why I need the cookbook.
Oh, all right. I was upset after you lost the last one, but you seemed genuinely sorry, so I guess I'll give you another chance.
Thanks. I won't let you down. I'll definitely return this.
Ok. Sei gentilità. La rana voodoo. Abbiamo fatto un buon acquisto, signori. Fate lì. Qua c'è il libro, fane buon uso.
I found this at the governor's mansion.
Aha! The mystery dish must be in there. I have no idea which one it'll be, so I'll just have to make them all. I'd better get to work. Thanks, Guybrush.
E lui mentre è indaffarato, indifferente, io faccio qualcosa. Ecco qua. E lì.
Wally, here's a sample of the wood you wanted. Can you make me a map now?
10 minuti dopo.
Sure, here it is.
Thanks, Wally.
Scusa, da un... Vabbè, non vogliamo saperlo. C'è qualche...
Better to have one for each eye.
If you say so.
Posso combinarli tutti e due?
If one monocle is good, two is better.
Perfetto, mi piace.
Hey, Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Well, it's good to have a hobby.
Bello avere un hobby. A questo punto, visto che ho fatto anche questa cosa intelligentissima.
Scrollwork is nice, but there are no numbers here.
Cioè, questa proprio dove era la chiave. L'altro... già mi sono dimenticato dove era l'altra serratura. Ah, era nella foresta. Sì. Però visto che devo andare nella foresta, ci vediamo alla prossima, perché già sono passate mezz'oretta. Se il video vi è piaciuto mettete un bel like, condividete, iscrivetevi al canale per supportarlo, e se questo video è stato vostro gradimento vi ricordo che ne trovate altri sul canale e qua ai lati ne trovate alcuni esempi. Un saluto a tutti, ciao!